Hey everyone, Jayster with Assembly Square by Lego Creator. Set number 10255 contains 4,002 pieces. Recommended building ages are 16 and up. So, this looks like one awesome assembly square. This is one large heavy box. It is marked with expert. So this is supposed to be a challenging build. It does come with several figures. Nice, colorful box art. This box is so large it won't even fit in the camera frame. It's a bit difficult to muscle around. Let's open up the carton. Alright, let's see what kind of adventure lies with inside the box. Man, that is packed good. Okay, so we have some bags and another box to open up. Let's take a quick look at what we have right now. We got some instruction manuals in a package. This is bound. Several rubber bags. A 32 by 32 stud base plate. Looks like that is the standard dark green base plate. Now, we'll set all this aside. Let's open the plain white boring box up. So there's no artwork except for a number on the back. Let's see what's inside. Here we go. The next box. This box was not packed bad at all. We have the remaining bags. Several base plates, and an instruction manual. I'm not going to count all through the bags. There's no need to bore everybody with that. We have an 8 by 16 plate. Lots of parts. This looks like a long, interesting build, but we shall see. So let me assemble this set so we can take a closer look at Assembly Square. The Assembly Square, all assembled. Off to the left, we have 8 minifigures and one baby minifigure instead of a baby stroller. On the right, the massive Assembly Square. First, let's take a closer look at the minifigures. First, we have this lady on the left and this gentleman on the right. Both their torsos are printed. The back of each torso is printed as well. Next, we have the dentist on the left and the chef on the right. Both their torsos are printed. The back of the torsos are printed as well. I like the chef's hat. Really nice. Next, we have the flower clerk on the left and the musician on the right. Both their torsos are printed, as well as the pants for the flower clerk. The gentleman has a mustache and a hat. Both their torsos are printed on the back as well. Finally, we have the ballerina and this lady. Both their torsos are printed. The skirt for the ballerina is of a hard plastic. The torsos on each figure are printed on the back as well. Finally, we have a baby minifigure inside of a baby carriage. It is a nice baby carriage with red, black, and tan elements. The wheels on the baby carriage seem a bit stiff. They don't rotate that well. So the baby carriage does not roll on a flat surface. That's the only problem with the carriage. It is a nice build though. Here we have the assembly square, all assembled. This has a lot of detail. On the front we have a fountain, some street lights. This side is left to be desired of. This looks tacky. Here's the rear. It doesn't look that bad. So we have rear entry. We have a couple of staircases that take you up to each floor. Here we have another entry. Make that 2 entries. Here's the other side of the building. Not too fancy. So in order to hide this, you have to have another building up against it. I like the outdoor seating. Let's take a closer look. Here we have a nice fountain in the center of the assembly square, right in front of the flower shop. I like the detail for the rose that's above the door. Nice awnings. I believe this is the photography studio. Now they did use 2 tractor buckets for the slope for this roof. Really nice. Here we have a bakery. These windows were a pain to put together. I do like the effect though. They were just hard to line up all the garage door pieces. We have a pretzel right above the window. Here's the ugly side. Here we have a switch for the furnace for the bakery. I'll show how that functions in a bit. We have a trash can. The outdoor kitchen. I like the greenery on the rear. So Lego did put some life in the back of this set. We have a small passageway with some greenery on top of a lattice. Those are prison bars. Really nice. Here's the ugly side. Looks like this keeps falling down. Or is that just the way it is? Okay, so this is supposed to be the coffee shop. Well, here's one casualty. This just came apart. It's hard to put this on with just one hand, but you get the idea. We even have a small puppy on one of the stools. This has a lot of nice tile work for the sidewalks. Here we have the music studio. I'm hoping I'm getting all the names of the businesses that are inside the assembly square correct. Now let's take this sucker apart. Removing the roof and floors are simple. Now you want to be careful not to pull on the molding. This has come off a few times. Just have to wiggle the top off. I'll show a close-up view of each piece in a bit. So it is completely modular. I believe that this is separate. Yes, it is. That's a lot of pieces just to remove from the modular. So there are 7 individual parts. Let's take a closer look at each piece. Let's start with the flower shop. It does have a lot of detail. We even have a parrot on the back wall and some flowers hanging on a 1x4 fence. There's even a $100 bill on the counter. Here is the bakery shop. And here we have what appears to be a coffee shop. Honestly, this has a lot of detail. I like the booth. Really nice. We have a few slices of pie. Those are printed. This model is fully playable. We have a large cake being displayed in the window. Looking at the pastries is making me hungry. This first floor has a lot of play value. This piece appears to come off. It's held on with 2 studs. I'm not sure why this is removable. It's rather odd. The first floor is amazing. I'm going to say it again. It is packed with a lot of detail. Very nice. Here's this rod sticking out at the back of the bakery shop. This controls the furnace. We can slide the pastries inside. Close the door. Now if we want to pull out the tray, We're just going to push the knob in. So here we go. Right onto the floor. Really nice. I like that. Here we have what appears to be a music shop. We have a register of some sort. Two guitars hanging on the side wall. Nice set of drums. Even a golden saxophone. Top of this rail should have been finished off. Here we have the music room or dance room. It sits right above the music shop. I like this piano. It is finished off nice. A large mirror in the back. This is reflective. We have a door that takes you out onto the balcony. I like these 45-degree door frames. Not a whole lot of decoration for the music room. Off to the left, we have a photography studio. Nice white backdrop. That is one nice old school camera. We have a painting in the back, sitting by a cabinet. Here we have the dentist office. We have a waiting area and a clock. Nice counter with a newspaper and magazine rack. Here we have the workstation and the dentist chair. I'm not a big fan of going to the dentist. Looking at that is giving me the creeps. But it is a really nice detailed build. We have a picture of a sailboat and a funny looking telephone. Never seen a phone like that before. We have some tools for the dentist. This feels very fragile, so I'm not going to attempt to move anything. It is a nice dentist office at that. Now we do have a piece of glass in the front. It says dentist. That is printed. That is a nice touch to the dentist office. Finally, we have what appears to be a studio apartment. A small kitchenette. A nice picture of a bridge. Here we have a sofa bed and what appears to be toy models above the sofa bed. Looks like we have a nice train setup. This looks like the Eiffel Tower. Maybe a trolley. And a Lego set. Let's see if I can get that out of there. It's going to be a challenge. I can feel it. Well, there we go. Doesn't that look familiar? That's the cafe corner. That is printed on a 2x3 flat tile. Here we have a small bathroom with just a toilet and a roll of toilet paper. There's even water at the bottom too. Pretty cool. It does have its own door. Too bad there wasn't a sink included as well. Here we have an outdoor patio area. We have a grill, pots and pans. I don't know if that's a dead bush or some sort of decoration. Looks like that thing's going to poke you when you're going down the ladder. Nice small eating booth. Here's those buckets for the roof. So they are solid. Let's see if I can unfold the sofa bed without breaking it. I believe we just pull this out. Rest on the carpet and fold the seat back. Let's see if I can fold it up. Fold the bottom of the seat, bring it forward, and set it back. Not bad of a design. Feels a bit unstable, but it'll work. Finally, the roof pieces. This one goes above the music room, and this one goes above the studio apartment. I do like the roof molding. However, this does seem a bit fragile. Looks like some of this is coming apart. It does add a lot of detail and character to the roof. Large skylight and a hatch for roof access. I like the roof on this part. Nothing inside. Nice rooster ornament. This section of the trim seems really solid. This hasn't come apart yet. Now let's put the modular back together. This shouldn't be too difficult. Everything snaps onto the jumper plates. Now these two floors are identical, so I don't think it matters which one goes first. But just to play it safe, I'm going to put the floors back the way they were. Nice seamless construction. Very solid. This is one nice modular. best part about it too, no stickers. All the graphics that you saw on the printed bricks were printed. It's an added bonus. Very easy. I like the way this modular turned out. Now some parts of the roof will hang. That's quite alright. You just have to wiggle it in place. There it is. The assembly square put back together. Here are the spare pieces. Off to the left, the set does come with a nifty brick separator to help with the build. You're going to use this a lot. I know I did. On the right, we have various plates, studs, stud flowers, a few Technic pins, and other various bricks, which may come in handy for other LEGO creations. This wraps up the review for Assembly Square by LEGO Creator, set number 10255. In my opinion, this is one fantastic set. At the time of this filming, the Assembly Square retailed for $280. That does seem a bit steep, but you get over 4,000 pieces, 9 minifigures, and a fully playable modular set. This set will look great in any LEGO city. I highly recommend it for any LEGO builder. Thank you for watching.